Well, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another portfolio update. In this video, I'm going to take you guys through all the moves that I made today. I did a fair bit of buying as well as closing out some positions, so we'll get through all of that. If you guys enjoy the content, please smash the like button and make sure that you are subscribed. So, in today's main stock account, it was up 921 bucks, so the account's sitting at 261,000. Here are the positions from largest to smallest. We have for the main movers today, Amazon sitting on a nice 2% gain, flirting with all-time highs. I'm not sure what Amazon's all-time high is. I can actually just check it real quick. AMZN. Amazon all-time high is like right around 200 bucks. So definitely working our way back up there. Tesla, we had down 1.3. Microsoft up 1.8. CrowdStrike up 3%. Meta up 3.5%. Cash is sitting at 1,751. For the movement in this particular account today, I went ahead and I closed the cover calls that I had written only on Friday. So I put these on Friday. They were up about 30% yesterday, so I was kind of tempted to close them out. However, one thing that I've shared in the past, to my one caveat, normally if something is up 30% in only one day, I would always advise to go ahead and close that option. But if you feel you've really caught a big run and kind of timed it perfectly as far as hitting some major resistance, at that point I think it's okay to try to ride that a little further. And so I went ahead and closed those out today on Tesla's small down move. So the final P&L for these two trades were about 50% for both of them. So glad that I held on the extra day because that meant about an extra 20%. So the 300 calls were closed for 414 profit, and the 295 calls for a 471 profit. So that's a really nice day's work when it comes to covered calls. And now my Tesla shares are unencumbered once again. Looking at the crypto portfolio, we definitely had some beast mode moves today. We were so freaking close. We were like $100 away from an all-time high. I don't think we will hit it today, but it's just really nice to just kind of hold this area. I thought that as soon as we got to, there were several peaks around like 71,500. And I definitely thought that we would see some immediate resistance on that, but it cleared that pretty well, and we got almost to that all-time high, and now we're sitting at about 72,400. So we're only like 1.5% away from all-time high, but so I'm hoping that tomorrow we can get another follow through because the past 2 days were definitely extremely bullish candles. And definitely some people were closing their shorts today, but the final shorts kind of sit right there at that 74,000. So once we clear 74,000, then it's really off to the races. The crypto portfolio was up 5% today for a $7,800 gain. We got up to like 165,000, but as soon as Bitcoin kind of got rejected at that 74,000 level, we came back down a little bit, but there was still some huge moves in this portfolio. So just in the past 24 hours, and you look at some of the moves, Dog with Fat up 11%, Pith up 9%, Sui up 19%, Fetch up 7%, Prime up 6.5%, Beam up 6.5%, Ondo up 8%, and my largest position, Aerodrome, up almost 6%. So definitely some massive moves. This morning at around 5:30, I started to see the coil, really the spring really starting to coil in crypto, and these altcoins were primed setups, and so the positions that I was looking to finish building out, which were Tau and Sui, I went ahead and I basically finished those. So now this portfolio down at the bottom, you can see there's only $1,500 left of cash in this portfolio because I bought $2,000 worth of Sui, I bought $1,500 worth of Tau, and I bought $1,500 worth of Fetch. So not much cash left. I do have maybe like a little bit of cash left in my bank that I could transfer that I'm sort of just waiting. If we get any dips, I'll go ahead and transfer that over. But I like to kind of leave some cash just in the bank account. So not transferring that over yet. But overall, 5% up day, I'll definitely take that every day of the week. And yeah, I was really happy to be able to add Sui right before, about a 10% additional run. I bought it, it was about 10% up, and it went up to about 20%. And then I added Tau and Fetch kind of at their lows as well. So glad that I decided to do that. The little Robinhood had a nice day today. Pulled back a little bit in the after hours, but this was a 4% move in the little Robinhood, primarily due to the Ethereum 2x ETF. This one got as high as about 14%. Dropped down a little bit in the after hours, but still a 10% day. I'm not going to complain about that. And so we're almost flirting with break even here on Ethereum 2x leverage. So still just holding these snow calls, which are performing nicely. Those are up 22% on the cover call. The actual leap is only up 5%. And then the Tesla, these are now up 87% on the put credit spreads. I'm milking those to about 95%. Celsius still hanging out around $30. Have not sold any calls on these 3 leap contracts as of yet. So I did see that SoFi and SoFi and PayPal took a little bit of a hit today. So if those were continue to sell off, maybe those would be in play for the end of the week. But they recovered nicely. It looked like SoFi was down like 11%, I believe, to over 12%. But that definitely recovered nicely. And then PayPal was down 7% and recovered a little bit. So those showed a little bit of strength. Lastly, looking at any near-term expiring options, Tesla is uncovered. We do have the Shopify 76 and 74 calls that expire on Friday, but the stock's only at 80, so there's still a decent chunk of extrinsic value there. Palantir, we still have to November 15th. We rolled the Microsoft yesterday. The 100 Enphase naked calls we're up 33% today, which was nice. So that is playing out according to plan so far, just with that little hedge that I put on yesterday. And then Amazon, it looks like, is actually going up, I would assume, based on decent Google earnings, because Amazon appears to be rallying in the after hours. Let's see what Google is doing. Yeah, absolutely. So Google's having a nice pop after hours, and the market likes to front run that. I would also assume that Meta would be up. Let's see, Meta. Yep. Meta up almost looks like 0.68% in the after hours. So that doesn't always work out that way, where the Meta or the other big tech earnings have good earnings just because Google did, but the market tends to front run that either way. We see that almost every time with Snapchat and Google. If they have bad earnings, then you see Meta and the others selling off. And if they start doing well, then the other big techs tend to do well also. So I was actually looking at selling some covered calls on Amazon today, but definitely glad I did not. So we'll wait to see what happens. I believe they have earnings on Thursday, so I don't really see anything too tempting. I mean, the Q's up again, another 1%. Year to date, Q's are up 23%, which is just crazy. 5 years up 154%. So that's just proof that you guys, don't need to be diving into the depths of degenerate low cap stocks in order to get great returns. So that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully for all you Bitcoin bags, we can hold up here above 70,000. But either way, as long as we're just hanging around this area, that's very bullish. And as long as we can make it to next Tuesday and kind of stick around this area, I think we're going to be up to like 80,000 in no time. So I'll see you guys on the next video. As always, take care and God bless.